trying my best to simplify, to justify the way that I'm gonna do my best to get you off of my mind. Drive through the desert overnight to kill some time. There's something that I...
Good morning, friends. Good morning, Cyprian, Alcius, Batman, and Kyle. Let's see here. Let's get a tweet ready to go out. Good morning, Senyan. And I don't know how to say your name, MN Jubu. I'm just gonna call you MN. I gotta get a migration running here. All right, that looks good. Go over here, update my OAuth token. Actually, first pool. This song's a bop. Do that, paste that in, save that. Over here, start node. Yoink that, go over there, paste that. Set batch size, 50. Start. And pull up our AWS dashboard. Where the frack is our H? Kyle, how is AWS's dashboard so bad? Honestly. It's embarrassing. Morning, Taylor Tech. How you doing? We're getting ready to get ready here. Glad you stopped by. I'm just getting a migration running for work while I stream this morning. This will only take me another minute or two, so 1 second, chat. This is hopefully the last day of our data migration. Over the past month at Vercel, we will have migrated like all of our accounts, which is a ginormous amount. Okay, let's see here. Project transfer queue, monitoring, visible messages, great. Throw that in local time zone, 10-second update, put that over there. That's good to go. I need to find my glasses wipe thing because I got smears. Oh, that's a good one. Let's tweet this quick. I'm just gonna grab the Twitch title. Twitch.tv/Damon Mulroy. All right, y'all, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go find my microfiber cloth to clean my glasses quick. Coffee and cotting. Let's try to fix that real quick. All right, I'll be right back. And we're back. I work on archaic .NET framework. I think like that's honestly I think why Vercel got so popular in the beginning is because we took like we just made it easy to do AWS with a pretty dashboard and a really really good DevX and UX. All right, there we go. Well, I'm glad you could stop by, Taylor Tech. One, let me give you a shout out here. Shout out to Mr. Taylor Tech, who we rated yesterday. It's still not right. Let's go ahead and grab. Oh, nice. That's sick. That's pretty sick. All right, I will check the Discord message. We're gonna start this morning with a little bit of TypeScript code review, probably. All right, let me grab this link. Visit site. We're just gonna clone this immediately. And let's go ahead and do this. Make this full screen, rename this to code review. Go up 3, git clone, boom. So this is Senyan's project. What up, Priv? Let's get our node shell ready. And we'll change directories into petsoft. And we'll vim in. Nice, Priv. All right, let's see here. So Senyan says, first, I'm a noob. I'm just learning following Next.js codes. My code types match the course. I couldn't fix if user ID token.id equals user ID, but I'd rather understand what I've done that's causing the error. Okay, I'm getting the error in source lib auth on line 87 in this snippet. Error here. Okay. Error type string or undefined is not assignable to straight type string. Okay, yes. All right, I've got, let me just hear about the type error found. I know I can fix it by adding, good call out, Senyan. You do not want to use the non-null operator. All right, what up, Shadow Tiger? Thank you for the subscription, Senyan. I don't know why I didn't get that notification in my ear. That's weird. All right, so we've got this good. Let's go over here, close this side, back in petsoft. All right, so our friend Senyan is having some trouble with some TypeScript types in a Next.js project, and we're gonna go ahead and help them out quick. So let's do a pm install, get our dependencies in. What up, John? All right, let's vim in. So the problem file is going to be under lib auth. We should get a TypeScript error in here if I understand correctly, or not. So let me reread this. Oh, nice. Yeah, this hoodie's with for the rescue we volunteer at. All right, so line 87. Let's jump to 87. Ah, here it is. So, actually, I think wasn't it this line? Am I just having a bad time right now with my TypeScript server? me run TSC. Okay. So, Senyan, line 87, I'm not getting, so that's a token, user, if user, it's a user adapter, user.id is unknown. I don't even see user ID on the token type. Yeah. Let's go to the type definition of this. So this extends a record of string unknown. That makes sense. Okay, so one. I update some stuff in source. Oh, you added a .d.ts. Source lib. Let's see here. Next auth. Oh, I'm in the wrong directory. Duh. Let's see here. I almost just leaked tokens. I don't know how I got in this project. You can also do G, capital G 87. All right, there should be a, did it delete that whole directory? What the hell just happened? What? Oh, source lib. I'm crazy. Auth.dts. I don't know why this isn't getting picked up. Let's look at the TS config. Include next. We might need to do */ next env.d.ts. And just to be super explicit, I don't know. I always get so confused with these settings. You're saying this setting we need? What up, Joel? How's the life down under? I think we might just need to do this. Let me just make sure I'm picking it up, like, for sure. So we'll do /source/lib/ next auth.dts. And this is going to be, yeah, dude, I hate configuring this shit. All right, chat, I'm gonna have to pause for a second to handle a failed migration, but let me do this. I'll do that. We'll right quit out. I'm just gonna do another install just to make sure. Yeah, it should. I'm just like being super explicit. I've got this. Eyes looking for cell admin. I'm gonna have to abort migration. Hey Siri, set a timer. Set a timer for 5 minutes. Yep. Just got paged because my migration flooded the queue. Where's the coffee? Right here. All right, let me get that back up on screen. Okay. Jumping back in. Is that a Vercel mug or just a black one? This is an Ember mug, so it has like a battery in it and it heats it to a set temperature. So I can just like leave this sit for like an hour or two and it'll keep it the same temperature. This, however, is my Vercel mug. I don't know if you can see that. Let me see if I can pull up my camera here. I use a AeroPress for my coffee. All right, let's see if we can get this type error to happen now. So we're gonna jump into, where was it? It was in auth. I'm still not picking up that .dts file. I wonder if I just move that to the root directory, if that will help. Do we have any experts in the chat? There we go, starting to get there. LSP restart. You like your coffee cold/warm? Insanity. I don't know why. Add custom.dts. Compiler option, type groups. This is from 2017, but maybe it's right. I mean, I can open it in the editor that won't be named if that will be quicker. Plugins, pass, include, exclude. So at once, let me go look at the TypeScript handbook. We want type roots, please. All right, so let's just say all right, let's just try this, see if this works. Type. I definitely did this in like Melange. And we'll just say, this is gonna be that. And we're just gonna say this, I guess, and then we'll be explicit. And put next.ts. Oh, this is not that. All right, so Senyan, you're getting the same problems, right? Okay, either way, I can fix this really quick. So let's just say this is, so the error that Senyan was having, right? Let's just say this is, we're gonna force it to happen. So we'll say let, I don't even know, user2 equals, this will be a type of, let's go grab that type. Yeah, I've seen the set stuff. I'm excited for that. I mean, this feels like it should get picked up. Auth core.jb. Next auth providers. I just think this is typed wrong. Okay, whatever. Let me pull up Discord quick. I'm gonna show you how to solve this problem. In fact, we'll just replicate the problem to make it even easier. I'm just gonna make a new file, and we'll say type example.ts, right? We'll go in here and we'll grab this thing, paste that in there, and then we'll grab you, throw you over here, and then I want to go and grab the I want to grab the type definition for this, throw that up here. Actually, we want to bring in, so this is going to extends record string unknown and default JWT. Where do you come from? Can I get to that? Import type default JWT. Worst case, we can copy and paste it, but it's from @auth. What was it? I don't think I can get at that, but we'll just yoink this actually, because right there it is. Put that right there. All right, so what does this unify to? So if I have declare x, const x as a JWT, what do I have on there? X dot, okay, so I have all these things. Great. And then, so the problem you were having, let's see here. User, let me grab the better user definition right here. So the user you were working with was this guy right there. Okay, so assuming we have these types, right? Let's see here. All right, Senyan, we can go over your example on how to fix it now. So we have X, great. So we'll call X our JWT, and then we'll have a declare const user, and ignore the declare const stuff. That just like, I'll just do this for real in a second. I just want to make sure my types are right. User dot, yeah, okay, cool. So let's go ahead and make this a, get rid of declare. And this will be, we need a name, it'll be foo. We need an email, it'll be bar@gmail. And then we need we'll keep picture undefined. And we'll have a sub, just be sub. And we'll have I@, expire, I think that's expires at, no. It might be the grant, whatever. Exp. And JTI. All right, so there's our jot. I hate that I just said jot. I hate that people, I just committed the worst thing ever. I hate when people call JWTs jots. Drives me crazy. And I hate that they have jot spelled out in the spec for JWTs. Then we'll have a user, right? and our user will be a user. Come in here, and our user has ID. In fact, we probably don't even need the user. Now that I think about this, to replicate this example, the example we want to replicate is this. Let's just paste this in here. So we'll make a function called, make this an async function, I guess. Async function JWT, and that takes an object that has a token and a user, and we'll say this is a read-only. Token will be a JWT. I don't know why I didn't start here. It's been only a silly goose chat. Do that. And this is going to return a token. Yeah. Okay. What's wrong with this? I don't even think we need this. I'm gonna comment this. Where is my syntax error? Double brackets. There we go. And then we can fix this. This will be JWT. And the function body will be, we'll grab this, yoink that down here. All right, now we have the same type errors. At least we should. Yeah, okay. So here's the type errors you were having, Senyin. You want to add the user ID to the JWT. Right, this needs to be a promise. And right now you're getting a type error, and your type error says the type string or undefined is not assignable to type string. The type undefined is not undefined or assignable to type string. So the problem here is that the user coming into your JWT function, the ID on it can be undefined. So when you go to assign it to JWT, the JWT type says, hey, I expect user ID to always and only be a string. Therefore, it won't accept a value that might be undefined. So the way to solve this is what you're going to want to do is if user and user.id, and that will solve that problem. So this is basically telling TypeScript like, hey, if, in fact, I don't like coercing here. There's some bugs that can crop up around like empty strings and zeros. So I like being more explicit in my checks here. So rather than doing that, I like doing something like if user does not equal undefined, which can user even be undefined? Let's just pretend user can be undefined here, right? Let's pretend that's the type, right? So if we just had, we have to do the check if user is not undefined, which you were doing, and then you say and user.id does not equal, does not equal undefined. Inside this scope now, TypeScript is smart enough to know that you did a check that user is not undefined and that the ID field is not undefined. So it effectively narrows the type down to a user and a string. So now this will always be a string here, and we can assign it to this field. Now over here, has access does not exist on type user. So you'll have to basically do something similar where this will need to, you'll have to add has access, and this will be like this, Boolean or null. In fact, yeah, this is actually a good example because our check won't be perfect here. Check this out. So if we come in here now and we do a similar check, and we say user, well, the type error will have changed, right? So now our type error says type Boolean null or undefined is not assignable to type Boolean. Well, we need to narrow our type again. So let's come into our if statement and say, we'll come in here and we'll say user.hasAccess does not equal undefined. However, this only narrows it from undefined bool null down to undefined or null, or bool, sorry. So we're still going to get a problem here. Whoops, that should be an and. So now we still have to rule out null. So one way we can do that is user.access does not equal null. And now this will completely type check, and our token coming out the other side will have our fields on it. Yeah, so that's basically how you fix that type issue. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that helps. It's basically, if you look up like in the TypeScript handbook, type narrowing, that's going to be, there's going to be a lot of content on how to do type narrowing. But chat, let's get back to Gleam. Yeah, feel free to DM me too if you keep running into problems. I'm happy to help. And I should be relatively available to respond to DMs today in Discord. So yesterday, chat, we got to a point where our refreshing token provider is working. Hold on, I need to restart migrations over here real quick. Now that the queue has processed everything. Let me grab the new token. Back office token, copy to our code editor, replace that environment variable, paste that in, save that, come back over here. Yoink, paste that in, start. What is our batch size at? 1. That is not the batch size we want. Let's set batch size to 50, and hopefully the queue can keep up with that. Okay. I am testing with the auth provider flow, Ryan. And it works like flawlessly, basically. So if we do Gleam run, I say flawlessly, now it's probably, yeah, right there it is. We hit the welcome message, it'll disconnect in 10 seconds. And my token will have expired, so this will have refreshed my token under the covers. I'm just not persisting that, which is okay. If we go look at how this works in our root file, all we're doing is calling this event sub right here. We create a new event sub. We start, and in the start, this should wait a second. Where do I get my tokens from? Is it a new? Am I crazy? I must not be authenticating. Now I'm confused. Let me try running the test chat instead. Okay, well that works. That's a better example. So in here, I use this, I create a new access token, which my access token has on it. It's a user access token. I have expires in, obtained at, the refresh token, scopes, the actual token, and last validated at. and we pass that to an auth provider. And so we make a new refreshing provider. And when we do any sort of network request or API request under the covers with this provider, there's a get token function. And where's it at? I guess it's just token. Access token is the function. So when we call access token, which every single API call, the client will call this under the covers before a API request, and then it will match on what kind of auth provider we're using. And if we're using a refreshing auth provider, we go to this bit right here, and we come down here, and then we do a match statement, and we match on if the token's expired and if it needs validated. And if it's expired, we just go refresh the token. And that just works, and we update the token, blah, blah, blah. In fact, we're double refreshing here. Oh no, we're getting the old refresh token. Refresh token, yeah. So then down here, we're saying, we're matching on the case that it's not expired, but it needs validated. So we'll validate, return that out. And then if it is not expired and it does not need validated, we just send the token right back out. And this seems to be working pretty well, considering my token would have expired overnight. Oh my goodness. I need to back this off again. Set batch size. Let's drop this down to 25 or 15 for a little bit. Good Lord. It's going vertical right now. As it happens, DM Mulroy, that app is for a doggy daycare. Nice. That's awesome. Are they a client, or is it just like a example project? Okay, so let's jump back to our main file, which is this guy. Our event sub should probably take a refreshing, or take a auth provider. We're gonna need that at some point. So let's add an auth provider in here, because we are going to need that, I believe. And we're gonna grab you, change to that, that'll be auth. Man, the LSP needs to like debounce on that message. Glitch auth / auth provider. And this will be a type auth provider. And this will take, let's just dependency inject it. So this will be our auth provider. Auth provider, auth provider. Okay, back over here. We're gonna go ahead and copy this. Yoink. Do this. And we'll copy basically all of this code too. Paste that in. And we'll rename this. Okay, I don't have rename yet. Event sub. Whoa, that's not what we wanted. Who needs multiple cursors, chat? And then this needs to take our auth provider. Bada bing, bada boom. That looks good. Are we building? Gleam build. Yes, with no errors either. All right, let's go back to testing our event sub and make sure we still connect. Great. Okay, we're connected. I want to go look. Okay. At our WebSocket server. Damn. We're gonna, one of the things we're gonna do, Ender, is once we have this wired up, once we have like glitch in like an MVP state, we're going to rebuild my TypeScript integrations and port like this keyboard roll to use glitch in Gleam. And then we're also going to like store roll history and leaderboards and stuff. So you'll be able to see like who was closest, how many rolls have happened, who was the last winner, even though we haven't hit a winner yet. I might actually like bump the percentage rather than 1 in 10,000. I might do like 1 in like 7,500 or something. More Phi or more FL said, hi guys, I need help. I'm writing my thesis. I'm assuming you're not suing. I'm using Stream's web API to authorize the user and get his profile data friends. Can I use that in my diploma work? I mean, do I break any policy rules with that? I don't know what, I mean, I don't know what your policy rules are. I mean, if you're using a third-party API, like in general, that's a pretty normal practice. But like, I don't know what the constraints of your thesis are. Like, what is the purpose of your thesis and the topic of your thesis, and how are you graded on it? Not my policies, Steam's policies. Oh yeah, if you you should be totally fine to do that. Yeah, I would not worry about that at all. As long as you're not like using it to charge money or do something that circumvents. Yeah, if you're just using it for a university project, I would not worry about using Steam's web API. Okay. I want to add IO logs to see when we get messages back, which one of these cases we're hitting. This will be text. Yoink that. Paste this here. This will be, I don't think it's going to be in this one, but we'll try this. We got to learn more about how Stratus works today. Print line, and this will be binary. So let's do that, and then Gleam run. So we hit the text. That's good to know. So I don't know why it closes. Actually, I don't think it did close, did it? Do we get another session keep alive in 10 seconds? No, we would have closed. All right, let's go read the docs on this. Oh, someone found this picture. Here's the dog tax for anyone that wants it this morning. So Bodhi is a therapy dog, and we put his like certification diploma on the wall above his dog bed in the kitchen. It's like the cutest thing in the world. I love that. In fact, check this out, chat. I used that song AI program last night to generate a song about Bodhi being a therapy dog. Let me go grab it. Where the hell is that group chat with my family? Here it is. So a little bit of extra context on Bodhi is that he's very derpy. He's very unathletic, but he's the most loving, cuddly dog in the entire world. Pictures with the kids? What do you mean, Cyprian? Bodhi, so Bodhi will go to like elementary schools and colleges and hospice cares and hospitals just as a therapy dog. In fact, I do have a picture of him at an elementary school. The children's faces are blurred for obvious reasons, but it's very adorable. Let me scroll through my pictures here and get it. Yeah, right here. Okay, it's in Slack. But like, look at this. Isn't this adorable? Like, it's so, he's just the best dog ever. Right? Look at that smile. So we had AI generate a song for him last night, and it is hilarious. Smooth Brain Sea Shanty. It's so funny. Okay. Let's get the actual music playing again. Sorry, I got distracted on the dog tangent. Not that I'm one to ever get distracted, chat. That's very unlike me. I don't get distracted often. Right, we needed the docs. I don't know how we got here from needing the docs, but dev docs. Thank you, Taylor Tech, for the Prime subscription. I super appreciate you. Thanks, dude. I will be sure. We get a chance to raid you sometime soon. And if you want to join our Discord, Taylor, or JD, excuse me, feel free to share when you start streaming and stuff. I think people would like your content. We have a bunch of people that do like Rust stuff and all that. The first message you receive after connection to the server is a welcome message that contains the socket's ID. You must use the ID when subscribing to events. Okay, we're gonna need that. After the welcome message, you will receive any of the following messages. Notification message, a message that contains the event's data, a keep alive message, a message that indicates the connection is healthy. All right, so we're gonna need to handle, we got our keep alive message, I think, right? This should be the keep alive. I don't know why we are terminating. I don't know if Raw Hat's in here. So we get our first message, we get our second message. And once we get our second message, we terminate. And I don't know why. I wonder if it's chance that we get this message before it closes, or we genuinely... What is our state? Our state is Stratus. All right, let's go look at the Stratus docs. Y'all, go give this repo a star. Rawhat was hanging out in chat yesterday, and he is building a bunch of the foundations of the Gleam ecosystem. Go give him a boost. See if I can shout him out. I think he's planning on starting streaming. Yeah. What are continuation frames? Wow, I've never been logged out from ChatGPT before. What is... What is a WebSocket continuation frame? Let's go. I already know what I want to go respond to this tweet with. I want to go to David Sancho Twitter. And I want to go to your blog. Where's your blog? I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna get boom. I do think there could be some genuine, compelling use cases for us at Vercel, though. Yo, look how good Justine looked last night. We went on a date night last night. Tell me I'm not the luckiest dude alive. Straight gorgeous. I'm punching way above my class, dude, for sure. All three of my dogs just came into my office and I asked them what they wanted with my arms up, and they guided me to the couch in the living room so I'd sit down and pet them. Nice. I have 3 dogs too, JD. I need to hang out with Ryan Magoon. He lives right by me, and we've been following each other on Twitter for like a couple years, and he's a staff engineer at PayPal. I need to like actually find time to go grab a beer, coffee, or lunch with him. If anyone's interested, I'm gonna just share this article because OCaml is objectively the fastest way to server-side render React. Hold on, I want to reply one more thing. Andre Pop, GitHub. Where are your repos at? I'm actually just going to go drop this link in Slack. And we're going to grab this link. Okay. Why would I want to server-side render React? You would want to server-side render React so you don't have to send a bunch of JavaScript over the wire for initial renders, or use app shells, or have a bunch of skeletons and loaders. I have, JD, I have 2 golden retrievers and then a small dog that's mixed with all the worst breeds. Well, you know what, Ryan? We can't all be as cool as you, all right? I'm going to go throw my mug on the charger quick. All right, Ryan, do you have any idea why this is terminating? You do? Why is this terminating? If you don't subscribe in 10 seconds, it closes. Great. And the subscribe, that goes through an API endpoint rather than across the WebSocket connection. Is that true? Okay, so we're going to have to edit our API client then. Subscribe. Twitch API. Yeah, okay. Let me find, where the hell are where's, API Twitch event subscriptions. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is we need to write a we need to write serialization Serde stuff for this payload. So let's do that first. Let me just make sure that I don't have a failed migration here. Okay, we're good there. You're much cooler writing OCaml than you are React. I mean, I agree. So we're gonna want a event sub dot Gleam. Okay. And we can probably come into here and let's just copy our chat one because it's gonna be super similar. Just throw that in there to start. And let's go back to our event sub. Probably want to do it in types. All right, so we're gonna want, what do they call this? A WebSocket message? WebSocket. I guess this can possibly live inside event sub. It's not really a domain type. Ryan, do you keep event sub as 2 words or do you put them together? Okay. Dude, I feel like it's super hot and humid in my house this morning. I'm gonna just bump the air on. It's already down to 68. It's pretty low. I can turn the fan on at least. 1 second, chat. All right, let's see if that helps. It's like really like toasty in here. All right, so we have a WebSocket message that's going to have metadata, which will be metadata. And then we'll have, it will also have a payload, which will be a generic, we'll say payload. And then we're gonna come down here and we're gonna say pub opaque type metadata. And our metadata is gonna have a message ID. What is the humidity? I don't think I can see the humidity on my smart home stuff. But it's like mad humid. Message ID will be a string. Right. And then we need a message type, which that will be another type. And then we'll have a message timestamp, which will be a string. So let's go make our message type. I don't know if these need to be opaque yet. Let's just delete opaque. And we know that a session welcome will be one of them. Then we have a session keep alive. And then we can also have a subscription type. Ooh, how do we want to model this? This will be notification. I have a, it came with the house. This was a new build. I don't know. I need to replace them though. They use some Z-Wave. I think it might even have an app for them on here. Let's see. I don't know. I need to replace them though. If anyone has a good recommendation for smart home thermostats, I would gladly take them. And also smart switches. I need to replace all the switches in my house with smart switches soon. That's something I've been wanting to do that I just haven't got around to. Google Nest. Does Google Nest play nice with HomeKit? Like Apple's ecosystem? But my entire house is like Apple. Not HomeKit, but I have... Oh, like to use Homebridge? That's what I meant, Homebridge, not HomeKit. Because I've got a nice little Homebridge server. What is it? Homebridge.py? Homebridge.local? I wrote a custom Homebridge plugin for my Shark vacuum. And it's I have both of my Shark vacuums because we have one on each floor. I have them like wired in as just light switches. Pretty funny. This will be revocation. Okay. How do I want to do this now? Good morning, Jacob. How you doing today? Anyone have any music requests? Oh yeah, this is similar to the product I have now. I have an old version. Honeywell's the one I have, but not this one. I have like a T6 or a T7 or something. Did this just crash? You see this? Been better. Been working on a pipeline issue at work for the past 24 hours. I'm gonna pull my hair out. Oh man, I am so sorry to hear that. Arrival of Birds. Let's give it a listen. Soon we're gonna be able to request music over chat as redemptions. We're gonna build that with Glitch. Arrival of the Birds. GitLab runners behaving different when trying to build my application, getting various errors, even different errors when I run the same build twice in a row. Damn, dude, I hate DevOps stuff. Kyle, are you still around? K-Milv? What up, Lambda? K-Melv has a bunch of GitLab DevOps experience. Winter Sleep Archaeologist. Can you link me a Apple Music or Spotify link, Ryan? Actually, I want to star this. I actually want to come back to this because this is... Right now I use my thermostat through Ring's Homebridge integration. So I'm wondering... How do we want to model this to make this the least painful? And then the song Ryan wanted is going to be Archaeologists. by Winter Sleep. This song is not the vibe. I'm so sorry. Why? There it is. Rip, may I ask, how old are you? I am 31. Or I don't know who you're asking, Jacob. What up, bad cop? Long time no see. Classic. If you would have had to ask me to guess whether you've gone to bed yet or not, I would have guessed you have not. Refactoring off. I was neck deep in Vercel's auth code all day yesterday, and I am now way too familiar with how our auth flows work. So one way we could model this is we could keep this like generic, and we could have like sorry, chat, got pulled into some work stuff. Okay, so one way we can model our metadata is that we could have this metadata, and then we could have these optional fields where we have subscription type and subscription version. Or we could have a second metadata, we could have subscription metadata, right? We could do this, and then we could have basically the same thing. You come in here, do that, paste that in, and we could add subscription type, and that would be a, well, this would be we'll make a subscription type, I guess. Subscription type Yankin word, and we'll do that. Sorry, I'm not caught up on chat. Why is every auth flow just the wildest fucking code in the whole code base? Dude, facts, bad cop. Oh my god. It is, Vercel's isn't terrible, but there are some interesting decisions that you can definitely tell, like, you can tell it's the type of code that was added to over time rather than like planned out all in one go. Yeah. I'm working on some work around like preventing like bot traffic without using CAPTCHAs, or malicious bot traffic, I should say. Pretty interesting. My enterprise admin was right below me, so when we had outage, I went to him down there. I try as much as I can. Some of our meetings class-wise. Jacob, you work in defense contracting? I was in defense contracting at Fort Meade for almost 4 years. I spent... Oh, there's my notice to refresh my auth token. You went to Salisbury? Nice. Yeah, I lived in Maryland for like 5.5 years. And I worked at mostly NSA through a defense contractor for like 4 years. I did some CIA work. I did a big contract for FBI, some DIA stuff. I hear you. I'm giving you a new token. Relax. Sorry, chat. I realize that's like the most obnoxious noise in the world. But I've moved away from Maryland now. I live down in Raleigh. I love Raleigh. After I left my DoD job, I was considering moving to Denver, Raleigh, or Austin, Texas. I actually had a contract signed to move to Denver in the end of February of 2020, and then COVID hit and the landlord backed out on me, and then I sat tight during COVID for 2 years in Maryland still. And after that, I kind of like during that time I decided Denver probably wasn't the right move, because like one of the things I was really looking for was cheaper cost of living, and Denver's like really not that different than the DMV and like Northern Virginia as far as cost of living goes. So I kind of narrowed it down to Austin, Texas, and Raleigh, and I ended up meeting Justine through my sister, and Justine lived in Raleigh, and the rest is kind of history. Charlotte, I haven't been to Charlotte yet, but man, I love Raleigh. Raleigh is just like perfect for me. It's 2 hours to the beach, 2 hours to Asheville in the mountains. The airport is super accessible, so I can get home to Pennsylvania for like a $180 round trip flight, or I can drive back to Pennsylvania in 6 hours. There's basically Raleigh's like 3 mini cities in one, right? We have Raleigh, we have Chapel Hill, and we have Durham all together. There's a ton of tech jobs here that are pretty high paying. So if I ever like was super desperate for a job, I could get a reasonably well paying job in person in Raleigh. Like the cost of living is super cheap. Well, I wouldn't say super cheap, but cheaper than a lot of places. I really, really love it here. So maybe we have like a WebSocket message, and we have a second type called Well, no, I don't think that makes sense because the normal messages don't share the same payloads. Yeah, they don't. Okay, we'll stick with this. This seems reasonable. How's the housing situation? The prices are okay. Yeah, the prices. I mean, Raleigh and Charlotte are both like some of the fastest growing cities as far as like migration to them. But like if you're comparing it to like Austin or the DMV or something, like it is much cheaper. Like I did a new build 2 years ago, and I paid roughly around 500K for my house. And my house, if my house were in the DMV, it would be over $1 million home, without a doubt. Like not even a question. Probably pushing like 1.2, 1.3 in Maryland. Um, so it's definitely way more affordable. Like your money goes a lot further as far as like housing goes. And then we have a subscription version. Ryan, what do you know about this subscription version field? Is there like a set value to come from, or should I just treat it as a string? I'm having to decode messages at runtime since they'll be dynamic because if you horizontally scale the same service and just start it with different parameters to start different supervisor. Sorry, getting pulled into work chat again. How could you replace Leo's voice? Leo's voice is for the subscription. It's still there, Wanbite. Relax. Hello, did you try to write any NVIM GUI instead of running it from the terminal directly like Neovide? Nah, I run Neovim in Ghosty, which basically gets me all the benefits of Neovide anyways. Ghosty is a terminal emulator that's super, super fast. Not the subscription types, the subscription version. Is there only one version right now? I'm gonna hard code the subscription types as well. I just don't know about the version. You're still waiting for Ghosty access? Damn. Are you in the Discord? I assume you are. I got access back in like December. Okay, so this feels good here. Let's check. Let's call this base WebSocket message. And then we'll have, this won't be pub. It might have to be pub. I don't know what that syntax means, Ryan. Okay, I don't think we're going to keep this payload. I think we're going to do this instead, where we're going to have notification message. And this will be, this will have metadata of metadata and a payload that is going to be, let's just come down here and we'll say pub type payload. And then we'll say, whoa. And this will be basically gonna copy this, right? This is gonna have, oh my Lord. All right, I'm just going to treat the version as a string. We don't need to type that as 1 or 2. I don't really care. At least to start. It's going to have an ID, which is going to be a string. Thank you for the follow, Flawless Energy 2. And let me just make sure I didn't miss anyone. I did. Labdo or Yabdo, thank you for the follow. And Bernard from an hour ago. If you're still around, I appreciate you. We have an ID. We have a status. We'll probably want a session status. So let's pub type session status. And that'll be, we'll have connected. Connected at will be a string. And then we have keep alive timeout seconds will be an int. And then we'll have reconnect URL, which will be an option of URI. And we got to bring in import Gleam / option, and we need the type Speak some are beta. I don't think beta casts the integer very well. Yeah, yeah. All right, we're gonna play my sister's playlist on Spotify. How's Gleam compared to OCaml? So Gleam is easier to get started with. It can compile to Erlang or JavaScript, which OCaml can compile to JavaScript as well. I think in its current state, Gleam has a better story around compiling to JavaScript. I think it's a little bit easier, and you get TypeScript types generated for you for free. I think the syntax of Gleam is easier than OCaml. That being said, I think OCaml is better for things that need to be compiled to native binaries. They use similar type systems, or basically the same type system. I like them both. Hmm. Oh, that's a pain in the ass. Okay, this is feeling okay. Gleam is already beating OCaml there, in my opinion, and it is actually the new language. In my day job, I just get away with like JetBrains stuff for VS Code. Gleam is young and immature for that, but I mean package management, build tools, task runners. So Dune is painful for newcomers to OCaml for a variety of reasons. One being Dune itself is not bad. Like Dune is a very, very good tool and very, very good at what it does. And once you learn Dune, I think it's actually like a really good build tool. That being said, I think having to configure it with S expressions is kind of a pain. Like I wish I could write TOML instead of S expressions. And I think the real pain point of OCaml is OPAM. OPAM is the thorn in OCaml's side that is preventing it from stepping into modern dev tooling. Because like I think people can get around the fact, people can learn S expressions, the documentation of Dune can be improved. Like Dune itself is good. Dune is held back because of its integrations with OPAM. And OPAM is just bad. I'm sorry, OPAM is not good. So we have our notification message. We have these different types here. Great. Sure, this seems okay. Let's bump this up because I suspect these two are going to come up a lot. And we're probably going to move the subscription type to another file, but let's write JSON decoders for these now. Where would be a good one to look at for that? Probably like API request or response. So let's grab these two, import those. Actually, this might even just be a welcome message. This is not a notification. This is a welcome message. Morning, Alice. Good afternoon, Alice. Yeah, I don't know if you were here for my OPAM rant about 2 minutes ago, but OPAM, long story short, OPAM, that's the tweet. That's the tweet. OPAM is the thorn in OCaml's side that is preventing it from stepping into the world of modern DevX and yeah, tooling. That's the tweet, chat. All right. So we need to build, let's start with a decoder for our metadata. So let's say function metadata decoder. And this will return a decoder of metadata. And in here, we're going to say dynamic dot decode 3. And this is going to get our metadata constructor. I love that constructors are functions. Might be one of my favorite things about Gleam. Dot field. And this will be a message ID and dynamic dot string. And then we have dynamic, this will be field. Message type. So we'll have to make a message type decoder. And for now, we'll say dynamic.string and just write a little to do above that. And then we copy the same thing. Do that. And the last field is message timestamp, and that will be a string. So let's write a message type decoder. Where did you go? And in here, we'll say pub type, doesn't even need to be type, it'll just be function, message type decoder. This will return a decoder of message type. And then we'll want also, let's just write to do in here. Pub function, message type toString. This will take a message type, and we're going to return a string, and then we're going to not switch, that'll be case, message type, and notification will be notification. This will be session welcome, and this will be session. Let's check that actually, because I'm not convinced that's actually true. It is. Okay. Then we have session keep alive, and that will become your tweet. I wanted to clip both the Dune and Nopan parts separately, but I don't have the power. You know, there is another ML-like language that has that feature. Just saying. I wonder what ML-like language that could be. Polaris. And session reconnect. Dude, it is so human in my office. Revocation. See that Vim macro magic there, chat? Everyone caught that? I'm hoping Flux takes off. Its syntax and how it expresses ideas is really cool. Do you have a link, Dohan, to Flix? I'll take a look here in just a few. That sounds really cool. How did I do this? Yeah, that's what we want. I don't know why I didn't just copy paste this, right? Oh, I like the parallelism system. Reminds me of parallel strategies in Haskell. I don't know what that is. Yeah, it took all the good ideas from Haskell and made it easy to understand. Ooh, I like the syntax already. Def set x. We get a record to x and y of int32s, and it returns a record of x and y. We've replaced x with v. Is this like spread syntax here? Yeah, okay. Yeah, so it's like a spread. Dang, yeah, this is cool looking. Purity and impurity. Flick precisely tracks the expression in a program. The Flix compiler provides an ironclad guarantee that if an expression is pure, it cannot have side effects. It is referentially transparent. A pure function is annotated with slash. Okay. What does it mean to be referentially transparent? So we basically have function coloring, right? Like if you have a impure function, it's going to color effectively the whole way up the chain, or the stack, I mean. Oh, it has effects. Dang, I'm gonna have to take another look at this in my downtime. This looks really cool. Thank you for sharing this, Dohan. Do you prefer to be called Dohan, Dohan Drew, or Drew? It means you cannot discern between structurally identical values, so you can actually treat equations as actual mathematical equalities, and how values are represented doesn't matter. Nice. Hey, how was stream? Oh. Andrew? Oh. Oh, I see it now. I feel so dumb. Sorry about that, Andrew. Man, I feel so stupid. This will be a message type decoder. Boom. All right, so we got our message type decoding working. And then do we have... I don't think we started on... Oh, yeah, we did. Metadata. Great. And let's write a... decoder for our... Let's treat subscription types as string just for the time being to make this simpler. // to do create subscription type. And we're going to come in here and we'll say we need to make a decoder for this. Function welcome message payload decoder, and this will be a function that returns a decoder of welcome message payload. And I guess we have to write one for session then. Wait, what? I guess that does have it. Okay. It's like that website for Experts Exchange, expertsexchange.com. We'll just delete this for now. And we'll do function session status to string session status. Sorry, chat. I'm just banging out some code here, some boilerplate. Whoa, that was weird. Thank you for the resubscription, Rond. Dude, what's up? Long time no chat and stream. How you been, buddy? I've missed you. Rond is an OG around here, chat. And then I forget how to do options. Dynamic.field. I'll stop by once in a while. Regardless, I know nothing of functional langs. Well, you're at the right place to learn. Have I seen that you've been in Discord that you've been doing a lot of Zig? Is that right? And this would be oh, how do we decode a URI? Yeah, let's... Not really, mainly Rust focused. I've been tried playing with it, but it's painful. Gotcha. What have you been building in Rust? Thank you for the follows, Got Dennis and SH Code. Appreciate y'all. Thanks for hanging out. Okay, let's look at the decoder docs for optional types. Whoa, what the fuck is happening? I must have caps lock on. There we go. Let's go over here and open up the standard lib. What a bop. Classic. So we need a decoder for URIs. Do we have any types that have URIs on them that need decoded? Surely we do. Okay, so there's URI. Okay, we do have a dynamic extension for URIs. Nice. I thought we wrote this before. me. You buzzing all over me. All right, so there's the session decoder. Only password generator and a hotkey handler for Windows. Also started following Thorsten's book, Writing an Interpreter Go with Rust. Do you have that repo public, Ron? Because I would love to read your code on the interpreter stuff in Rust. I've been learning Rust in my free time off stream, and primarily because I want to contribute to Gleam's LSP. Or OneByte, I would like to, if you have that stuff, I'm assuming you're talking about Thorsten's book. I would love to read that. That'd be really helpful for me. And this will be session decoder. Is WebSocket 1 or 2 words? What have I been doing? WebSocket, I've been treating it as 1. All right, we'll fix that. Well, when you get further on, I would super love to read that code. You should stream it, Ron. Where do I use Gleam JSON? Yoink. Nope, there it is, chat. Time for a new OAuth token. See how fast I can do this. Can we beat the minute timeout? If I was proficient in programming, it might be entertaining, but at this point, I'll just stare at the screen, ask myself what's everything, and I'll be there along in chat to help you, and it'll be great. I promise. We can hang out, it'll be fun. I'll even like wake up in the middle of the night if that's when you do it, to hang out. Okay, I'm not gonna do this right now, but we're gonna add a to-do. I don't think we're gonna need to do to JSON. Maybe add to JSON. Ryan, am I ever going to need a to JSON on WebSocket messages that are this structure, metadata, and payload, or do I just need a deserializer? Likely late night. Yeah, dude. Well, let me know. I would love to watch you work on that. Because I'm also learning Rust. Okay, cool. Okay, so this looks good. Lots of boilerplate, but that's okay. Now let's jump back over here. And we're going to try and down in our WebSocket server, let's bring in our types. We'll import glitch slash event sub slash WebSocket message, which we should change the name of that now. Let's just go update. I hate that. Yeah, I know. Oh, wow. What the fuck? Was that not case insensitive? Nailed it, chat. I wonder if I can configure Spectre. Which probably means this is now like, we You probably also have this, right? Yep. Yeah, the I don't know if it's tree. It would probably be tree sitter. I don't know if tree sitter is like fault tolerant or what it is. Okay, what's the convention here? Because Stratus is doing WebSocket. I like WebSocket as one word. Okay, well, that actually all worked. Thank you, Spectre. 1 second, chat. Got a failed migration. I love this song. Okay. Sometimes I drink cold water. It makes me feel like I have to sneeze. I think that's kind of weird. I think I need to move my camera. I feel like I'm not super centered. I don't even know if that fixed anything. Okay, so we're building, and what file is that in? WebSocket server. It's like you were holding my face. Hello, Ryan. My dearest Ryan.
I think this Twitch message is now going to be the WebSocket message. Or do we want to translate it? We'll probably translate it at some point. But for now, we'll just pass through our WebSocket message. Okay. Now when we get a message from our Brian got butterflies. Discomfort. I think they were whole birds, not just butterflies. So when we get this message, it's string. Even though this feels like we might have a build problem somewhere. No, we're okay. Is that right? Where is that? Okay, that's a bug. Who is, I can't remember his name. Whatever, I don't need to tag him. Is this a known LSP bug, or should I open an issue? Pretty sure this is fixed in the 1.1 RC2. Cool, 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 cool. Be fixed in RC 1.1, RC2. We probably need to convert message into dynamic, or text into dynamic. So let's see if we can do that. How you doing today, Raw Hat, by the way? Welcome in. I want to do string to dynamic from. Yeah, there we go. So we'll do, see if we can do this. We'll say message into, oh, not the Lance Armstrong operator. That needs to be that. Message into dynamic dot from into WebSocket message dot from JSON. Let's just say foo equals that. Oh, do we have dynamic in here already? Is my... There we go. Oh, I don't need to even use dynamic. Hell yeah. And then let's debug that. All right, let's see how that does. Unexpected format, field nothing for payload. Is that true? Let's grab the JSON and let's say v new, set file type to JSON. Why is that not valid? Annoying. Let's see if I can do a quick find and replace here. %s on / that, and we want it to become just that. There we go. Okay, so there's definitely a payload field. Payload.payload. That means I'm trying to decode a payload field twice. Ah. I don't want this to be a record. I just want to be like, what's that? Is that even valid? All right, so decode error is saying we tried to decode a field, we found nothing at the path payload.id because it goes to session. Oh, I see what I did wrong. LOL. There we go. That should work. Boom. Look at that, chat. Beautiful. Nice. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Basically first try. Yeah, exactly wrong. Nice. Okay, so we can now decode WebSocket messages, which is a great first step. Next, we're going to need to get the session ID from it. And we're going to have to subscribe. Oh, we got a failed migration. 1 second, chat. Reported by Dune, Merlin, and the LSP. Bit of the way through that process and are just working on merging the PRs into the respective repos. So hopefully in the next month or so, you'll be able to just drop a .mlx file in your OCaml project and it will work. There we go. We'll have to do one for that, but I'm not super worried about that. So Ryan, you're saying we take this session ID and then we turn around and we make a subscription request to that? God damn it. Yeah, I one request per every topic. Okay. Managing subscriptions. The type field, yep, that makes sense. The version field, sure. The condition field, which identifies the parameters under which the event fires. For example, if you're requesting notifications when a broadcaster gets a new follower, you set the conditions object as broadcast user ID field to the broadcaster's ID. Okay. The transport field, which tells Twitch the transport method you're using to receive notifications, set the transport object method to webhook or WebSocket. It's going to be WebSocket. If you're using webhooks, the callback field. If you're using that, set the session ID. Great. Okay. All right. Create event subscription. This is the next bit we are going to work on. This is going to be over an API, and this will be an event sub. And you can probably get rid of a bunch of this down to there. Great. This will be create Yup. Oh, we're gonna have to go make the frickin' event types. We can probably ChatGPT do that real fast. So let's this is gonna need let's just say this will have a type and it'll be string, and we'll say / to do subscription type. And then we need a version, which will be a string. And we need condition, which we'll have to make a condition type. For now, we're just going to say this is going to be just say nil, and we'll do / to do condition type.
Oh my gosh, have you been outside?
What?
Have you been outside?
No, why?
Oh, it's gonna storm.
It's so humid in the house.
Is it?
Is it humid outside?
Not really.
Oh man, you don't feel like the stickiness in here?
Ew. No, feel my
Is it
hands are
just me?
normal. You're weird right now.
Am I having like menopause right now? What's
I
happening?
think you are. Your hands are gross.
I'm sorry. It's hot. I'm I'm getting real sweaty this morning, chat. Slinging all this code.
Oh my gosh.
We're getting freaking sweaty.
No, I've literally been laying in bed with a golden retriever on top of me. I'm in a sweatshirt too.
Gleam does that? Yeah. I'm glistening in sweat.
Hold on, wait. Everybody wants to come say good morning.
So these are part of that. So let's go knock out the subscription type. We'll put in here subscription dot Gleam. And let's go prime ChatGPT. You're going to help me write code types to/from string functions and decoder functions for some Gleam code. Here is an example. Please simply respond with ACK, and I will then provide you a list of strings to create code for. Justine, chat said I'm sweaty from still thinking about last night's date. Do you hear me, Justine? She can't hear me. We were gonna go into types and scope, and we're just gonna yeet this fracking thing there. If this doesn't respond with ACK, there we go. We need subscription types.
Did I leave my phone in here? I did. What did you say?
They said I'm still sweaty from thinking about last night's date.
Yeah, the dumplings are so good.
No, you looked hot.
Oh. Yeah, now I look like this.
Still look hot.
Yeah, okay. Do you need my coffee?
Yes, please.
Okay.
The mug's out there charging.
Who are you texting with all these hearts? Oh.
Nana.
Okay.
It was her sign of life text. We have another. Okay, that's fixed. And I have to look at this one.
Yeah, they're like, what are you doing? Why aren't you working?
Admin. No, these are automated messages
Never mind.
from migration.
Do you have a thing to clean glasses? Over here. Is that this?
Right there.
Belka's coming today.
Okay.
Around like 11:30.
Look at ChatGPT go.
You should show them the song about Bodhi.
I already played it.
Oh, good. Bodhi, did you come tell Dad good morning and he's not even paying attention?
Good morning, Bodhi. Good morning, big man.
Here. Come on up. Say hello.
Doggo stream.
Say hello.
Right here, Bodhi. Good boy.
So good. He was laying on top of me this morning, which is why I woke up so late. It was so nice.
Yeah, you.
Winnie's behind you, like, excuse
Good morning, Winnie. Oh, buddy.
He said, "You're humid. Let me lick it off." Booty stream. Does that feel good? Yes, you're a good man. Winnie, come here.
And ChatGPT's
Oh.
crushing this right now.
Oh, hello. Here's a good boy. Winnie, you want to hop up? Come here. Come here, Win. You go flop. You go flop. Alright, Winnie, you come here. Up. Winnie,
Up one. Up. Good girl.
Buddy said I'll hop up.
Good girl. Come here.
You're so mean.
Oh my lord, Bodhi. You are not the center of attention always.
But what if he was?
He's not.
That's okay. That was like that, right?
I don't know. Who cares?
Okay, great. Alright, I'm going to make you coffee. Also, did you show chat?
Oh, Bodhi has
Trading cards.
cards for his therapy. I don't know if you can see that. And then on the back,
There are his stats. So I take the Bodhi to a school to do therapy work, and the kids all call them Pokemon cards. They say Bodhi is a Pokemon.
one bite. I'll bring you one on Sunday night.
Yeah, I have 250, so.
Bodhimon card.
Bodhimon. You have a Bodhimon card. You're so handsome. Yeah, you're so handsome. You are the little fish.
Didn't they release ChatGPT 4 Turbo? Didn't they just announce that?
You're so good. Oh, it also just started storming, so.
Right. ChatGPT 4 Turbo. I thought it was like this week. Yeah, it was like yesterday. Is now free? Oh, this must be Turbo? The font is Mona Lisa. Is that the front door, Justine?
It's
The wreath?
yeah.
Is it really? That's windy
Yeah.
out?
Look at the trees. The wind is going crazy.
Damn, dude. Do we have like tornado watches today?
Not that I know of. The wind is really strong, but I don't think tornado's strong. I don't know.
Oh, pager duty. We're getting page chat. We gotta abort we've oversaturated the queue. Shit. Oh yeah, we got up to probably like the page. Normally this migration queue sits at like under 1,000 messages being processed concurrently, and we have a pager duty alert if it ever hits 5,000, and we just climbed above 6,000. We're so close. Come on. Yeah, I've been, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty used to, I did consulting for a long time, One Byte. So like I'm pretty good at getting up to speed in unfamiliar code bases and systems just because like I always had to do that. But yeah. Jesus, it is gusting outside. Thank you for the follow there, Edison. Appreciate you. Sweet. We just got a ton of code generated for us. Noise. I'm gonna go post that in the Gleam Discord. Who needs macros when you have AI? Okay, that looks pretty good there. I think we're gonna call it here, chat. I gotta wrap up in 5 minutes anyways, and I don't think I'm really gonna make too much more progress. Let's see if we can maybe knock out the condition object. Oh boy. We'll see if we can get ChatGPT to do this for us too. We'll work on that tomorrow or tonight. I always say, as usual, maybe I'll stream tonight, but who knows. Yeah, it's wild outside, Justine.
I'm gonna take this thing off.
All right, let's find somebody to raid.
Oh my gosh, the wind was so strong it like blew the door in.
Oh, Prime's actually coding today? Wow. We'll raid Prime then. We haven't raided Prime for a long time. I don't like raiding him when he's doing like React content, but like reaction content. But now that he's coding, let's do that. I will be back maybe tonight, probably not. Otherwise tomorrow morning around 7 a.m. chat. Thank you for all the new files. Or files, Jesus. I read EOF and Jesus. I will see you guys tomorrow at 7 a.m. Thank you for all the new followers and subs. I appreciate all of you. Have a lovely Thursday.